Coming up on this episode of Aftershock, Jenna catches up with a student aiming to make a difference.
Issa shows us two students who are planning Pride's annual talent show.
And Daniel fills us in on this week's Lightning Athletics. What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Alex Twid.
And I'm Zach Cohen, and you're watching Aftershock. A gated community where your neighbors are gators. That's what Time magazine calls the city of Weston in its list of top 50 places to live in America.
Weston was recently voted the 8th best city to live in, making it the highest rated town in the southeastern United States.
With a population of 69,081 people, Weston is applauded for its extensive amount of green space and A-rated schools.
Time also points out the importance of Weston's location, saying the city is, quote, located within easy commuting distance of Miami and Fort Lauderdale. There are many clubs offered here at Cypress Bay.
One student is using his position in his club to make a difference both locally and nationally.
Here's Jenna with the story.
UNICEF is a worldwide organization that raises money and awareness for the protection of children's rights.
We dedicate ourselves to giving children the best possible future that they can have, whether it can be in the basis of health or resources. We want to give them the happy childhood that they deserve.
While we're not the traditional club that meets every month, we are the club that makes such a big difference.
As a sophomore, Gabe Lozano heard of the work UNICEF did and joined to be able to give back.
We're fortunate to live where we live, and this is a way for us to pay it forward.
However, making a local impact wasn't enough for Gabe, so he decided to take his dedication nationwide, applying and being selected for the National Council.
After 3 months of many interviews and selection, I made it.
It's an amazing accomplishment because he's being not only representing UNICEF, but representing Cypress Bay. He's representing all of us, and he's representing everyone, not only our work, but all the members, all their hard work.
It reminds me of where it's going. Because yes, while we are so clear about that, we send all of the money, we don't keep anything, we don't go to competitions. Being in the National Council, I am much more directly involved with these programs and these projects, and it's just great.
After being selected for this position, Gabe traveled to New York City to meet his fellow council members.
I am learning so much from these people, people that come from all backgrounds, from all around the country. So for me, it's a great personal benefit.
Even more informed and passionate than before, Gabe came back to the Bay, hoping to improve and expand Cypress Bay's UNICEF.
I am able to bring back that information from this big organization. I'm able to pass it down. That's great for the club in general, that I feel that it's a benefit.
Through him, we are able to find new ways to lead, to attract members, new ways that will bring awareness to different events.
Because I know more about what's going on, I will do more.
Now a part of the National Council, Gabe can give back to not only the children, but to the club that helped to start his UNICEF career. Jenna Laval, CBeat TV.
UNICEF is also hoping to make an impact in another way.
You may have noticed UNICEF posters lining the hall with certain pictures.
Clara got the inside scoop on why the club used these viral images.
Walking through the hallways of Cypress Bay, informational flyers and banners are posted on the walls. Amongst these posters are pictures of Syrian refugees.
We chose to do the awareness campaign, especially because we want to make people know about the real situations that are going on in this world, and we feel like it's very important in helping our cause.
Our goal is to motivate students to act on these issues, to know what is going on and how can they help.
UNICEF officers created this awareness campaign to acknowledge issues occurring in repressive countries, especially Syria.
We believe people have become desensitized on what is going on around the world. We push issues like this to the dark because we're uncomfortable by them. But we want to bring these issues to the light and motivate people to act and help the ones who need the help.
One of the most prominent features of the posters are the pictures.
I think that the pictures, they are very eye-opening, they very make you stop. However, they do represent what is really going on. They represent the truth, and it's raw and it's very cold, but it's the truth and it's what we together need to work to fix.
Well, those posters they're very dramatic and it's very sad looking. Definitely the one with the kid who looks like he's burned, that definitely stands out.
With campaigns such as this one, UNICEF has captured the attention of Cypress Bay students. Clara DePaula, CBTV.
Skills USA is a nationwide organization dedicated to career and technical education.
430 members recently took a visit to the nation's capital.
Here's Karina to tell us the reason behind this special trip.
Thanks, guys. I am currently in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill for the Washington Leadership Training Institute, a national convention where students come to learn valuable leadership skills that will help them in the industry in the future. One of our biggest tasks while in D.C. is spending a day on the Hill talking to our state senators and representatives, advocating for career and technical education in the Carl D. Perkins Act, an act that grants money to and protects CTE programs. As a Florida State officer and CTE student, it's important to represent my state successfully. And I currently have Skills USA Florida State President and fellow CTE student Tyler Chapman with me today. Hi Tyler, how are you?
Hi Karina, thank you for having me today.
So what have you done today?
Today, not only Skills USA Florida State officers, but nearly 500 conference participants have traveled across Washington, D.C. and our redcoats advocating for career technical education to all of Congress.
And why is advocating for CTE important?
Advocating for CTE is important because CTE is the future of America. CTE prepares students to be successful everyday citizens in their field of science, technology, engineering, and math. And CTE focuses on student leadership so that every student can thrive in the workforce.
Well, thank you, Tyler. The Carl D. Perkins Act passed through the House of Representatives on September 14th and will pass through the Senate just a few weeks later. Reporting for our nation's capital, I'm Karina Aguilera, CBTV.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a school janitor?
We sent Cameron to find out in this week's Day in the Life.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm here with Andrew and my name's Cameron, and we're going to show you what it's like in the day of the life of a custodial during lunches. I like this little system. You just take out the garbage, I take out the new can.
You gotta have the little system for everything.
Exactly.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Thank you.
So this is the speedy portion of it all.
This is where we move. Yeah.
All right. Got to keep up.
Try to get as close as you can. Yeah. Just to make it easy. Because sometimes these bags are heavy.
Right. So wow, a day in the life of your guys' job is definitely pretty fast. Yeah, it's fast paced and definitely a hard job. So I want to thank you for.
Well, I want to thank you, Cameron, for giving me a little help today.
Yeah,
also.
No problem.
And I know my partner Carla appreciates that.
No problem. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
In case you missed it, HOSA held a general meeting on September 27th.
Luckily, Zach was there to get all the information.
On Tuesday, September 27th, the HOSA Club hosted a general meeting in the auditorium. Along with normal club information, students had the opportunity to listen to a professional in the field of medicine.
The speaker was very informational. He told us about all the fields, how even surgery can also be difficult, and not for everyone.
The meeting also let the members of HOSA know of upcoming events and activities.
In January or February, we're going to be on the baseball fields having a kickball tournament.
For one of the largest clubs at the Bay, the HOSA officers put together a complete and informational meeting for its members. Zach Alpern, CBTV.
If you're ever in need of an after-school snack, you can stop by the bus loop and get a CBTV hot dog.
They're a great way to satisfy a hungry stomach.
Get them before they're gone.
The Bean Boozle Challenge is a popular game involving jelly beans with a twist.
So Aftershock crew members tried it out. Take a look.
It's toothpaste.
Ooh, I want it. Toothpaste tastes good, right?
It's toothpaste. My favorite.
I got berry blue. I wanted the toothpaste.
On a trade? I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing it.
3, 2, 1. Ding. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, do it.
Clink.
No, I'm not clinking. I have to put it in your mouth.
Do I have to?
Strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish?
Oh, that's...
Let's go.
I don't even like fish. Oh, good. No.
Juicy pear or bug?
Oh, thank God.
It's so gross. It's so gross. Ew.
That's an awful tasting pear.
I can do it. I'm with the man.
Milk does not make it better. No, it doesn't.
With the fall sports teams in full swing, Lightning sports teams have been very busy.
Here's Daniel to catch you up on Cypress Bay Athletics.
Cypress Bay faced off against Plantation High School on Friday, September 23rd with the new quarterback leading the offense. Here's Homero with the recap.
The varsity football team faced off against the Plantation High Colonels on Friday, September 23rd. The Lightning capitalized off fumbles and interceptions thrown by the Colonels in the first half, but after an hour-long delay due to a storm in the area, the Colonels came back and scored twice to stall the Lightning's momentum. Cypress Bay fell victims to fumbles, interceptions, and penalties, leading to the 22-12 defeat. Their next game is tonight at Western.
The Cypress Bay girls volleyball team has won 16 out of their past 17 games, and they hope to win another one against South Broward. And Giovanni was there to cover all the action.
On Tuesday, September 27th, the varsity girls volleyball team hosted the South Broward Bulldogs. The Lightning struck first and gave the team an early lead. The Lightning continued to impress in the second half of the game. Relentless offense and strong plays from players like Sydney Friedlander protected from a Bulldogs comeback. The Cypress Bay defense held on to their large lead and finished the game in 3 sets. The Lightning faces off next Thursday against the Western Wildcats.
It's common for people to support their school sports teams, and we asked Cypress Bay students all about Cypress Bay athletics just to test how loyal you are. In this week's Did You Know?
20? 14? 7, 8?
Like 40 something. False.
You know what sport?
False.
Looks like you guys need to go to more Cypress Bay sporting events. That's all for this week's sports. For CBTV Sports, I'm Daniel Purcell. Go Lightning.
It's either going to be Malcolm, and it is Malcolm. He's able to walk right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I'm here to talk about making good choices. If you make good choices, good things will happen. If you make bad choices, bad things will happen. Think of it like this. If you don't study for your AP basket weaving test, you'll fail the class, drop out of school, get a bad job, and your girlfriend will leave you for your very, very younger brother. Don't lose your girlfriend to your 10-year-old brother. Be like me, hovering towards Mars to hang out with Matt Damon. I'm Ethan, and you should be more like me.
Pride's annual talent show is set to take place on November 3rd.
2 students are working tirelessly to make that happen.
Here's Issa with the story.
One of the biggest events at Cypress Bay High School, founded in 2007, is a talent show hosted by Pride.
So the talent show is basically a show that Pride hosts to showcase all of the students' talent that we have here in the school. and it's basically like a competition, but it's also a way to get involved with the school and showcase their talent.
Lari Martins and Victoria Vigliarolo are this year's director and assistant director.
It's my first time as a director in Pride, and it's going great, really. I mean, it's kind of stressful right now because I was expecting this amount of work, but it just hit me.
Victoria was in the planning last year, and this is her first year taking a major role in Pride.
My first year as working really close to the talent show last year, I was working backstage. I was in charge of telling people who was next. And so I was working backstage. I couldn't really get to see the show. I like the talent show because they can showcase their talent, and I feel like they're not afraid to express it because other people are doing it too.
From planning the auditions to judging the contestants, Lori and Victoria are planning to have a successful talent show. Isabella Rivera, CBTV.
For some people, playing an instrument is a popular hobby.
Yet for one student, music has given him something he'll take for the rest of his life.
Carlos caught up with a student to find out more.
Sebastian Sanchez is a student that developed leadership skills through his passion for music.
I mainly do it because I fell in love with music. It came about one day when we were performing and they needed someone, to be the head, to be the leader. And we were all looking at each other, main people I started with, and they're all like, oh, why doesn't Sales be the leader?
He is a worship leader at his local church. He makes sure all the voices and musicians are in tune and leads them through the songs during the church services.
I really love what I do as a leader. Without you knowing, a lot of people really look up to you. So it's important to really keep to yourself, be who you are. I'll just continue doing what I'm doing just because I love it.
With people to guide him, Sebastian has learned from this experience.
I've had a huge mentor, and his name was Esteban Segura. He's actually a youth pastor, and he's helped me a lot. When I'm in the wrong and I don't see it, he actually comes up to me and straightens me out.
And Sebas just, he showed responsibility. He showed that he had a lot of qualities that a leader needs, and his passion, his drive just made him a naturally leader for the youth band. So
through the leadership Sebastian has learned, he will continue to pursue music. Carlos Ramirez, CBTV.
It's finally football season, and when players score a touchdown, they usually express their joy through a variety of celebrations.
We were curious to see how students at the Bay would celebrate their own touchdowns, so we sent Alec to check out your moves.
With the NFL season in full swing, many athletes show off their dance moves when scoring a touchdown. I went out to see what cyberspace students could come up with. So, if you were in the NFL and you just scored a touchdown, what would be your touchdown dance? What you know about that?
Yeah, I guess I just, thing and then I do that.
Oh. 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 Show me how that's done.
Yeah, you put your hand behind your head, put this hand out, and just kind of
go like that. Like that?
Yeah.
How would it be?
I asked 6 or 7 girls if they could do their own touchdown dance for me, and they just declined. I don't know if it's because of my sick moves or the fact that they're just camera shy. Alec Marsh, CBTV.
That's all for this episode of Aftershock.
If you want to watch previous episodes, you can visit us at cypressbaytv.com.
And while you're at it, follow us on Twitter at CypressBayCBTV. I'm Alex Twid.
And I'm Zach Cohen. Thanks for watching.